Hello. Hello, guys. So, I'm sorry, I'm eating watermelon. So, I'm 38 weeks pregnant. Week 38. Almost there, guys. 2 days, I'll be 39 weeks. And let me tell you, I am ready. My body is ready. My soul, my mind, my boobs, everything, they're ready for the baby to come out. I don't know if he's going to listen to that, but he will come out in his own time. But I just want you to know, baby, come out. I'm ready for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm freaked out a little bit just because, it is scary, but I keep trying to remind myself, no matter what, this is a natural process, and, women have been having babies since the existence of human beings, and, it's natural, and this is what we're meant to do. I'm not saying everyone has to have a baby. I'm just saying, our bodies are meant to have babies. So if you choose to have a baby, it's supposed to happen, So there's that. Let's just start off my 38-week YouTube video because it's just insane, that I'm so close. And if anything, I think he's going to come soon. Today's July 31st, is it? Yeah, July 31st. 2020, and his due date's August 9th, but I feel like he's gonna come earlier. I think they fudged up my date a little bit, so I think he's gonna come in the next couple days. I think he's gonna come before August 4th, so we'll see how accurate I am when I post another video, when I post one next week for 39 weeks, if I haven't already delivered. So let's start with baby size. I actually did not look it up, because at this point, I am just exhausted. I just want him to come out. That I don't think I want to know his size anymore. I do know he's probably around 6 pounds right now. He's going to be on the lighter side because at my 37 weeks appointment, I got an ultrasound, and they told me that he is measuring small. So I think he's going to be closer to 6 pounds, no more than 7. I might have already said that somewhere. Anyways, I just looked at, this is the Bump app, and he is as big as a winter melon. Maybe smaller, because this one's 6.61 pounds. I don't think all winter melons are 6.61 pounds though. By the way, the Bump app is really cool, and I just like the graphics on it. So if you guys need an app, the Bump app. He's 19.6 inches. Insane. So I know he's full term now. So literally can come any day. So let's see some of the symptoms this week. Let me tell you, I feel like maybe not enough people talk about this, but it's something that I've just really encountered. But the end is the hardest, at least in my opinion. The symptoms there's so many symptoms, first of all. And second of all, I feel like I'm like a pod, just holding this baby. And until he pops out now at this point, I'm kind of just waiting. And my body is useless, and my rib cage is hurt because everything's crushing upward, and it's just funny. But yeah, I think my baby dropped already because I am peeing a million times a day, dropping, and my belly's lower, so I think he dropped already, which is good. That means labor's close. And then let's see. So I've been getting nauseous in the morning, and usually it goes away when I eat, but sometimes I'll just get nauseous throughout the day. No throwing up, no nothing, just nauseous, and that's actually one of the signs they say is something to look for when you're trying to figure out if labor is going to happen soon. So nausea. I have been doing so many bowel movements, you guys. I would say I do about 3 a day, and I also read that that happens when you're close to labor because the body is trying to evacuate it all so that you have more efficient uterine contractions, and so there's that. But it's pretty funny because I went from constipation to just like 3 bowel movements a day. So it's interesting. But I don't want to poop when I'm giving birth, so hopefully it evacuates it all before I give birth. That'll be cool. Constant need to pee, I already said that. If you think you have to pee a lot now and you're not near the end, just wait. I literally can't. I wake up 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night to pee, and then everywhere I go, when I go shopping, I have to pee in all their bathrooms. And you know what? Another one that really makes me sad. I am full a lot of the times, so I'm not even hungry. I just eat because, or you know what it is? I'm really hungry and I want to eat things, but I'm so full because there's no space, because my stomach is probably just being like crushed, that I can't eat very much, and it makes me sad because my appetite is like really big. So there's that. I do know that happens to a lot of pregnant women. They like lose their appetite towards the end. So very normal. I didn't lose my appetite. I just don't have any space, unfortunately. Another like big symptom I have that I probably dislike the most is my whole like abdomen area is just kind of sore and it aches. But it makes sense because like it's holding up this baby that's heavier than it's ever been before, and it's just going through a lot right now, and it's just like holding the baby and waiting for him to come out. So, and I didn't have like super defined abdominal muscles previous to this pregnancy. I am learning that if I probably did work out and I did have some really nice ab muscles, those muscles would probably be holding the baby right now, and it'd probably not be as sore. So next pregnancy, I've decided I'm going to try to define my ab muscles so that when the baby comes and I have to hold him in there, that it has muscles to hold it and it won't be so achy and sore. So that's another big symptom for me. And just like, you know, with sleeping and stuff, there's just no position really. You need to use just a bunch of pillows to kind of prop your belly up and like make yourself comfortable. So I have a pregnancy pillow, and I have like 2 random pillows that I just kind of work with when I sleep, even when I lay down anywhere, because yeah, you're just uncomfortable. It's just an uncomfortable part of your pregnancy, and I don't think it's going to end until you pop them out, and then you're uncomfortable for a little longer because you're postpartum and your vagina is torn and you have to deal with that. But at the end of the day, like everyone says, you have a little baby, your baby, and it's just, that's the end game, you know, the baby, and the pain is going to go away, and the tearing and the bleeding and all that stuff is going to go away, and you're going to have your baby as your little prize. Okay, maybe I shouldn't talk about the baby as a prize. I'd say that's, oh, you know what? The one last thing I want to mention is that this week, so today's Friday, Tuesday night, I woke up at like 1 o'clock, and boy, I thought I was going into labor. And I have never really heard much of this, but I looked it up while it was happening, but it's either going to be considered false labor or prodromal labor. I'm not 100% sure what the difference is, but my doctor called it false labor because I guess prodromal labor is more reoccurring, whereas mine was just on Tuesday. But I thought I was going into labor. It was insane. So I had both the contractions, and it was like every 2 to 10 minutes I would have a contraction, so there was no rhythm, which I knew there was something wrong. So every 2 to 10 minutes I'd have a contraction, and they would last anywhere from 30 to 90 seconds, and they would happen very often, like I said, every 2 to 10 minutes, and it just like would contract, and it was painful. Like, it was my first experience with like these painful contractions that were not Braxton Hicks, because I've had Braxton Hicks throughout most of my pregnancy. So I knew it wasn't Braxton Hicks, but it was just false labor, and it lasted for 4 to 5 hours, and I could not sleep. I was like changing positions, I was walking around, I was doing everything possible, but it just would not go away. So yeah, I had false labor for 4 to 5 hours, and now I kind of know like what labor is going to feel like. It's not only just those contractions that are pretty painful, and I was like trying to breathe through them using the techniques I learned through YouTube videos and whatnot, but also it was cramping. It was like this deep crampy feeling and like back pain, and it kind of was just all encompassing. It was so complex. Like labor isn't just like, oh, it's a contraction, what does it feel like? Or it's like everything in your body down there is like working together to like push the baby out and open, and it's just insane. So I mean, it kind of gave me a preview of what birth is going to be like, but also at the same time it kind of freaked me out. Also, I lost my mucus plug. It happened over several days for me, so I saw like more discharge than normal, and then one day I saw a lot more, and I was like, uh-oh, my cervix probably dilated. So that is another sign, a big one. But those are the only signs I've had so far. I'm at 2 centimeters dilated, and he said I'm pretty effaced. So just looking forward to that day when I wake up, or maybe, I don't know, it could happen now. But yeah, so I'm 38 weeks, guys. Hopefully I won't make another video. Hopefully next video is actually me with a baby. Thanks guys for watching.